Tennessee Senator, member of the Senate Judiciary, Commerce, and Armed Services Committees, Marsha Blackburn. Senator, good to see you. Thanks very much for joining us. Your takeaways from last night's debate.
If you want a political insider and an elitist, Joe Biden's your guy. If you want an outsider who is going to fight for you, Donald Trump is your guy. And Maria, I thought it was a really good, healthy exchange. And for people to see the differences when it comes to the economy, the minimum wage, taxes, what you would do with energy. Joe Biden saying he actually wants to shut down the oil and gas industry. I thought this was a very positive night for Donald Trump.
Well, certainly it was good to see policy being discussed and lay out what the plans are on both sides. The American people need to understand what these policies are. What do the next 11 days look like, in your view, at this point, headed into the election? That was the final moment for people to actually get a sense of what these leaders will do or are doing.
Right. And I think that there are questions that arose from last night's debate. People are hearing Joe Biden say nobody lost their health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. I got text messages from two different friends after he said that, who had lost their insurance, were forced into the Obamacare marketplace. And they said, what is he talking about? Of course we lost our insurance. I also heard from people that it felt like he was continuing to push this narrative of a government-run plan. What do you think a public option is? It is government-run insurance, and the president was smart to point out, if he had his way, if Joe Biden has his way on health care, 153 million Americans plus 57 million in Medicare, you are going to lose your private health insurance. And you're not going to have a doctor, you're going to have a bureaucrat. And that is something people, I think, will talk about because it affects them. And the president rightly turned the conversation to getting people back to work, children back to school, and Joe Biden fumbled every one of those answers.
Well, let me move on to the business of the Judiciary Committee. The Senate Judiciary Committee voting to issue subpoenas for Twitter CEO and Jack Dorsey and Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg to testify on their platform's censorship of the New York Post story on Hunter Biden's business dealings across the world. Both social media giants limited the sharing of the Post's bombshell report. Your reaction to this? What do you want to ask these leaders when they come to Senate Judiciary to testify? Have you heard back from them, by the way?
Well, not yet, but at Commerce Committee 3 weeks ago, we issued subpoenas for Facebook, Twitter, and Google. And their CEOs are appearing before us voluntarily on the 28th. And in that hearing, yes, we not only will be talking about Section 230 and the Section 230 reform bill that I filed along with Senators Wicker and Graham, but we're also going to discuss privacy. And indeed, I think you will hear about the censorship that has taken place around the story on Hunter Biden. And Maria, that is a story that continues to grow. It is one that I thought Joe Biden, his only answer to that last night was that is just not true. I never took money from a foreign government, but he never denied Hunter Biden or Jim Biden's actions or what transpired with Biden Incorporated. And now you do have the laptop, you do have the emails that have been validated. And I think that Senator Johnson with his committee is digging a little deeper into this today.
So you think there will be more news that comes out of this story this upcoming week?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And, when we've got the two committees now, Commerce, and then following on with Judiciary to look into what actually transpired with this.
All right. We will certainly be watching it. Senator, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks so much. Senator Marsha Blackburn.